can see. One more time.
Oh, I just noticed your hair. It's like
Blue.
blue hair. It's really nice.
Thank you.
Si Pia to, kumusta kayo dyan? More power sa inyo. Thank you for representing this show so well. We're here in Singapore right now, but I hope to meet you guys soon dyan sa Pilipinas. Ingat kayo and stay confidently beautiful with heart. Hi guys, I'm Pia Wurtzbac Miss Universe 2015 and you're tuning in to Soul Rich Woman Show.
A strong and independent woman is something to behold. She pays her own bills, buys her own things, and she doesn't let a man affect her stability or self-confidence. She is a soul-rich woman. Are you ready to be rich doing what you love? Be on purpose and in control of your life again. At For Women Who Love the F Word podcast, we will be openly talking about getting more clients online, getting recognition as the leader and female entrepreneur, and also the F word, being fabulous, having freedom, and financial independence. It's time to own and love the F word. Welcome to the show.
Hello and welcome to Soul Rich Woman TV for women who love the F word, being fabulous, having freedom, and financial independence. Today, we have a really special guest with us, flying all the way from Philippines, Miss Pia, our amazing Miss Universe 2015, who is so amazing, so powerhouse, and she's doing so many things, including her new book that is going to be launched pretty soon. So, Pia, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Hi guys.
So, tell us a little bit more about your journey. You know, I've been following you since your win. And I have been so amazed by your journey, you know. Could you just share a little bit more how you have, you know, come through and come by?
It took me a long time to make it to Miss Universe. I think a lot of people know that it took me 3 times in our national competition, which was called Binibining Pilipinas, before I got into Miss Universe 2015. And it was also 42 years since we won, since the Philippine won, so it was pretty much a big deal back home at that time.
It's still a big deal.
I mean, yes, of course. I mean, just last year, Philippines won again, Catriona won, and that's also was a big celebration. So we love beauty pageants, and we take Miss Universe very seriously.
So in your journey, you know, as Miss Universe, and then you transited to acting and hosting, and so many opportunities came up for you. What were some of the most memorable ones?
After winning Miss Universe, I mean, being able to travel, I've always dreamt of traveling the world and coming to places like Singapore. I would only imagine it as a kid, and now I get to do it as part of my job. Trying all the different cuisines and meeting people from all walks of life. It's just a really nice learning experience. I feel like I may not have gone to college, but my school is the world, and I'm learning a lot.
And in this journey, when you say you're learning so much, what were some of the biggest lessons for you as, you know, as a beauty queen?
That it really is more than just what people see on TV. I mean, it's more than just a pretty girl who gets crowned at the end of the show, who's wearing a gown, who had a nice answer during Q&A. It is really more than that. These girls go through a lot. It's months, some of them years of trying, training, polishing, just really making themselves better overall, not just physically, but then also enhancing their communication skills, enhancing the poise and how they present themselves in public, like really a lot of things, and just trying to overcome that inner battle in you that you're not good enough. It's always that inner dialogue you have in your head that, you know, you're not deserving of being a queen. But then it is more than what people see on TV. It's really, it changes our lives, and at the same time we want to change other people's lives as we become beauty queens.
You mentioned about the noise between the years, which is that noise, that self-doubt, probably those are things are happening. How do you manage those on your journey?
Oh, the noise, you mean like the negativity?
Yeah.
Oh, it is part of it. I guess I can say that I'm kind of used to it already, because I started as an actress back home. Although I didn't get bashed so much as a child star, more when I joined pageants. But I got used to it, and I thought to myself, this is what they want. They want me to feel bad, and I'm not gonna give them that power. So I just got used to it, and then I learned how to filter comments in my head. If it's coming from somebody I don't know, just some like random account online, I don't take it personally. But if it's coming from my mentors or people I know, then I'll reconsider. So you just have to choose your battles, I guess.
I love that. And what about your career? As you're progressing and moving across different countries and different cities, what were some of the things or highlights of your career that was your favorite?
Well, there's really a lot. Aside from being able to travel, I'm doing a travel show right now in the Philippines. Aside from that, I got to go back to acting, which was something that I really loved to do as a kid. I feel like it's a nice break from everything that I do as a beauty queen. Once in a while, I get to play a different character, and I'm a completely different person for a movie. And I think that's really nice that I get to take a break from being Pia, and then I become someone else. It's pretty cool. Also, that I never really realized. In my head, I was just being like stubborn in trying to reach for my dreams, but I didn't realize that so many people would take inspiration from it. In my head, I was just trying to make my dream come true. I wasn't doing it for an audience. But then since I won, I realized that, oh my gosh, like, I didn't know that you guys found this like inspiring, because to me, I had nowhere else to go but to fight on. It felt like it was either I give up or I keep going, and in my head I'm just gonna keep going. I didn't think that one day people were gonna read about my story and find out about my life, but it's pretty cool. I'm very grateful.
And your book?
Oh yeah, my book. So I am coming out with a book. It's very common for beauty queens, especially Miss Universes, to come out with a book after the reign. I thought about doing an autobiography, but then I thought maybe this would be a nice first book for me. I wanted to... so I came up with the story for a while now, maybe 2 years now, since after I won after I passed on my crown, actually. So what happened was, after you pass on your crown, the next question is, what do I do next? So I wrote down a lot of ideas on my notebook, and then I figured that this would be a nice first. So it's a fiction novel about a girl who also joins a beauty pageant and the struggles and challenges she goes through into winning or not winning. So it's loosely based on my life story, not exactly the same. Of course, I added a bit more drama to it, but I made sure that people are going to take away some really nice life lessons at the end of the book.
A lot of people said that when you join a beauty pageant, there are bound to be, different type of experiences, like you shared, whether drama or not. So what were the top 3 lessons you took away as a beauty queen and then winning Miss Universe?
Oh, the top 3 lessons I learned when I competed at Miss Universe is that every girl has a different reason for joining. Some of them really want to get the crown. Some of them make it into a stepping stone to acting or modeling. Some, it was their, parents' wish for them to join a pageant. Each girl has a different reason for being there. You'll be surprised, not everyone actually wants to win 100%. They want to, it opens doors for them when they go back home. So I guess with each girl, it's a different purpose or a different story. I also learned that, not everyone can speak English, and then not everybody can speak the same language that you speak, but then everybody can still get along, even though you don't really understand each other. It's with how you communicate with your body language, with your smile, with how you approach them, with how you, with how you are like with them. You don't have to speak the same language in order to get along. That's what I learned. And another lesson that I learned from Miss Universe is that it is everybody's qualified to win, and everybody's beautiful, and everybody's smart. Everybody has something to say. Everybody has an advocacy and a voice. So it's really a matter of, preparedness and luck. I feel like it is that. You have to be prepared, and then so that when the opportunity comes, magic happens.
They say when the student is ready, the master will appear. The student is ready, the crown will appear.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's true. And that's what they always told me also. It's that you have to be prepared all the time because you never know when the opportunity comes. And I guess that's how it kind of worked for me.
And do you think that by having this attitude helped you to open more doors in your career than normal?
Yeah, of course. You always have to think a few steps ahead. That's how I am. I always think of a game plan, kind of like, what do I want to achieve this year or the next couple of months or the next 5 years? You don't have to have it all written down, but at least have an idea in your head of where you want to go. So then you're not kind of like aimlessly going anywhere. You're going somewhere.
Do you have a mentor?
I do have a couple of mentors especially when I was training for Miss Universe and Binibining Pilipinas. I had a team, like a village of people.
What village?
Yeah, like one for walking, one for Q&A, one for makeup, one for hair, one for, 3 for Q&A, because then there's showbiz Q&A, there's serious Q&A.
Wow.
So I talked to like a showbiz personality for the showbiz Q&A, also a lawyer for the more serious Q&A. So there's different, because they can ask you different questions and they all have different tones. And and also a life coach. I spoke to a life coach also. And I took it a step further. I also had an astrologist.
Wow.
It's so crazy, right? Now I think about it, it was crazy. So I was really serious about it. But it helped. It's nice to have a team behind you, people cheering you on, because it's not just your battle, it's also kind of theirs too.
And in your career, transiting from Miss Universe to your career, were there also mentors along the way? Were they the same village or?
Not so much, because they're more focused on beauty pageants. Although now I'm still guided by my management team, but the difference now is I'm kind of more of the quote unquote the boss. So. And this is what Miss Universe kept telling me before I passed on my crown, is that, Pia, you have to be prepared, because after Miss Universe is done, you're going to be your own boss now. So it's going to be what you want to do and what you want to achieve. So think about it real hard. And then I thought to myself, okay, so this is it.
So you started to manage yourself before you were signed on to the company, right? I believe it was... to New York, is it?
Yeah, so after Miss Universe, when you pass on the crown, I was still sort of managed by IMG, by Miss Universe, but a lot of the decisions were based on me, like if I wanted to do this project and that project, if I wanted to go into acting, do this commercial, this and that. So I had more of a say in what I wanted to do after.
So what were some of the most empowering things that you felt that you did on your journey?
I didn't expect that a lot of people would come up to me to say, hey, like, you inspired me so much because I'm going through, I don't know, an illness, a breakup, I'm trying to pass my exams in school, I'm trying to get this job, like whatever struggle they're facing. Like, I have a lot of people come up to me to say, like, you inspired me to keep trying. And that was never my goal when I was doing my whole Miss Universe thing. Like, I never thought to myself, I'm going to keep doing this because I want to be popular. It just happened. And I'm really glad that a lot of people find my life story to be some sort of inspiration and encouraging whenever they feel down. So that was one thing that I didn't expect, but it worked. And I'm very glad that people come up to me to thank me for that.
And what were some of your favorite quotes? Do you have any?
Oh, yeah, I do have a few favorite quotes. There's many, because growing up I used to read a lot of self-help books. I forgot who said this, but then there's one that I really like. It's if who I am is what I have and what I have is lost, then who am I?
Wow.
So it's something that I remind myself sometimes, that all of these are all temporary and very disposable. Fame, money, and all this. But it's really like what you have deep inside that you take with you to the next life. Basically, I don't want to say the word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And also, I read The Alchemist a lot too before I competed, and they always say this word there called maktub. It means it is written. So I used to believe that all the time, like, and pray maktub, maktub, like it is written, you know.
It is written in the book.
Yeah, it's written in the stars and in my destiny that I should win. I was that crazy.
Wow, this is so exciting. Wow, this is really very exciting. How about those ladies who are thinking about starting their journey, not just as a beauty queen? You know, there are so many routes to being in the showbiz. I mean, being a host, an actress, an author, eventually. What would you tell them?
Oh, for other beauty queens that are transitioning to, wow, like, just think about what you like to do before all of this happened, before the crown, before the heels, before the gowns. What were your interests? It's nice to go back to what you really love to do, because I realized that if you force yourself to doing something that you don't really like, you're gonna be burned out, and you're gonna run out of energy, and it's gonna be so hard to fake it, and you're not gonna be happy in the long run. So you have to love what you do. A lot of beauty queens, they're not so much into the fame, into the showbiz life, so they go back to their country, or maybe they'll go back to school, start a family, live a more low-key life. But some love the glitz and glamour, and they want to do acting or modeling or venture into a business. So there's really many ways you can go. I mean, I've even heard of some beauty queens who become politicians after. There's really, like, the good thing about, you know, finishing your journey as a beauty queen now is the world is your stage, and now you can be whoever you want to be. So choose wisely.
And get some mentors to guide you, right?
There's really no shame into asking for advice, for help. It doesn't mean that you're lost. It just means that you want some guidance so that you can go into the right direction.
But people are afraid to ask. A lot of the women in our community are afraid to ask for help. How would you address that or encourage them to ask?
Well, I understand why some would be afraid to ask for help, because it would be, I don't know, embarrassing, or they don't want to look like they're unsure of themselves or they're weak. So my advice is, open up to somebody very close to you. It could be your parents, your partner, your siblings, very close friends. Start from there. Start from the people who knew you before the crown or before the beauty pageants. And get some real advice and really consider. If the advice excites you, that's a good sign.
Sounds like trust your intuition.
Yes, that's the one. Perfect. Trust your intuition.
Wow, I love that. To you, what is a soul-rich woman?
Soul-rich woman? Oh, yeah, a soul-rich woman is not a woman who's rich in money or fame or material things. It's more of like what's inside and what's in
Just
her
like
heart.
you.
No, am I a soul-rich? I'm trying to be a soul-rich woman.
You are already a soul. Yeah, we all are a soul-rich woman.
Oh, thank you. I feel like all of us are trying our best every day, women, to be soul-rich women, and we should, instead of competing with each other and looking to our sides and trying to compare ourselves with other women, we should be uplifting each other, right? That's what will make us soul-rich women. Right?
Yeah, I absolutely love that. Which F word do you love the most? Because for Soul Rich Woman, we believe in the movement of the F word, that women can have it all, being fabulous, having freedom, and financial independence.
Okay.
So which one is your favorite?
My favorite is to just have fun. Like, I want to make it simple. Because sometimes women who are overachievers, who want to achieve a lot of things, we have a tendency to become too serious, that we forget to have fun, right? Because we want to do this and that. There's so many things you want to do. You wanna be the best. But then, are you having fun? Ask yourself all the time, are you having fun? Because a truly soul-rich woman also knows how to have fun. And thank you.
It's very good. Okay, so when you are going through, like you said, having fun, how do you have fun?
I at the end of the day, or when I'm not working, I like to hang out with my family, with my friends. I don't wear the makeup. I just hang out at home. And then I want to hang out with people who are not in the pageant world, who are not in showbiz, because it kind of brings you back to earth, you know? If you're every day exposed with the cameras and the people and the showbiz life, you kind of like lose sight of yourself. And that when you go back to like hanging out with people that are not necessarily like in showbiz, then you ask the more serious questions like, you know, how's work doing? How's your family? And then you realize that there's a bigger world out there. Some people are going through different struggles, and it humbles you. And it makes you more grateful for what you have.
Where do you see yourself 3 to 5 years from now?
3 to 5 years from now, I would hope to have a really stable business. I want to have a few businesses. I want to try my skills in business. I would also like to learn. No worries. Sorry. I would also like to learn something new. I don't mind going back to school for a short while just to learn a few skills again. And hopefully by that time, I'd have a business, learn something new, and who knows, maybe I'll settle down.
Woo!
Maybe. 5 years is a long time from now. I should probably settle down by then. Yes.
Well, what kind of business are you looking at?
Something to do with cosmetics, I think. I really am passionate about it. I know, like, beauty queen, cosmetics, surprise, Pia. But it's something that I like, and I find it really interesting, and it doesn't feel like work to me. I also have a passion in gowns and clothing, so maybe I'll start. I don't know. I had a few ideas, but then I'm still working on it right now. But hopefully in a few years, I'll have a business along those lines.
So you've visited Singapore a couple of times.
Yes.
What's your favorite food?
Oh, the chicken rice.
Oh.
The chicken rice is my favorite. Number one. Like, I had it actually just a few hours ago.
So chicken rice
is my favorite.
Have you been to our hawker centers as well?
Yes, I've been to the hawker center. Also, I've ordered from the different stalls, and then just one from there and one from that stall, one from here, and then eating it all at one table with my hands, like with the plastic gloves, but with my hands.
Have you tried our chili crab?
Yes, I've tried the chili crab. Oh my God, I want to go back. It's so good.
You love that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
I love food.
So what's the purpose for this trip in Singapore?
So the purpose for our trip for now is for the Miss Universe Singapore competition. We're going to be selecting the winner to represent Singapore for the upcoming Miss Universe pageant.
Are you excited?
I'm excited because I've never done that here in Singapore. I'm interested to see the women that are competing, who's going to win, and how's she going to do at Miss Universe. I hope we choose the right girl.
For a woman who is still sitting on the fence, thinking about her dreams, her destiny, or the things that she wanted to do in life, what would you say to her?
I want to remind women out there that your willpower is stronger than anyone ever says about you, or any negativity, any stones thrown at you. Your willpower is stronger. you're going to be sad if you let yourself be sad, and you're going to be angry if you let yourself be angry. At the end of the day, you're in control of your emotions, and you have the power, not them, you.
I'm very curious. You talk a lot about handling, your emotions and negativity very well. Where did you pick up all these skill sets?
I don't know.
Don't say it's natural, okay?
No, it's like, I don't. Of course, there are days where I get affected and I also get down. But this is a conversation that I need to have in my head, because otherwise, what's gonna happen to me? So many people like look up to me for advice like this. So I always try to make myself strong and try to remember that I can't give up now, or I can't be, I can't let myself be down right now, because so many people look up to me for inspiration and strength and perseverance and all these things. So in a way, when I'm showering, I talk to myself in my head and say, Pia, it's okay. You know what? Your willpower is stronger. So the kind of advice I give you guys, I also give to myself every now and then.
So, you're fabulous. You have freedom doing what you love and financial independence. How do you feel, gaining more, so much more independence these days? I mean, like from where you were before and then now, how are you managing all this F word?
Mm-hmm.
And balancing it.
Yeah, you just kind of have to trust your instincts and let go of anything that's holding you back or bringing you down. Don't let that dream just be a dream. If you want to make something, out of nothing, get a better job, get a better education, have more financial stability, anything. If you want that, if you're imagining in your head, make it real, make it come true. Because then you only have one life, and at the end of the day, those decisions have to come from you. Mm. That's like a harsh life lesson I had to learn from myself. Nothing is ever given to you for free. You have to work for it. You have to go grab that dream.
This was what exactly one of my girlfriends said.
Really?
Well. Exactly the same. There's no free lunch in this world. You have to get out there and go grab it. Mm-hmm. Do you think for you are always 100% looking at that opportunities and weighing the pros and cons and making decisions?
Yeah, because that's how I grew up in a way. My mom raised me as a single parent, and I started living on my own when I was 17. So I needed to grow up quick and make the correct life decisions. Otherwise, I'd be in trouble.
Wow, okay, cool. Do you have anything we'd like to say to our audience? And how can our audience reach you?
Okay, guys, so you can follow me on my social media accounts. I have Facebook, Instagram, that's Pia Wurtzbac, just one word, and Twitter. Also, I just started a YouTube vlog, and I post a new video every week, every Sunday. So it's just about what I do every day when I travel. We'll actually post about Singapore as well, so watch out for that.
Yeah. Woo, we're going to be in that inside. Okay, cool. So thank you very much, Pia, for today's interview. Thank you for making time. You are so gorgeous.
It's the makeup team. Thank you, Mickey and Renz.
Okay, so for those of you who are watching this, it will be in the show notes. All the links will be placed in the show notes. And I know that you could be doing something else right now, and you are here. I hope that we have done everything in our power to make it well worth your time. My name is Janisha Alora, and this is Pia, all the way from Philippines. Woo! And take care, and see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so honored that we are connected, and I hope that I can continue to serve you as you build your dreams. And if you love this episode, and I hope that you did, rate it 5 stars. Give us that glowing review because it will help more women around the world finding the Soul Rich Woman podcast. Alone you are strong, together we are unstoppable. Now share this with every woman who needs it, because this is how we are changing the world, one woman at a time. As always, get out of your comfort zone and go towards the dreams you've always wanted to achieve. For women who love the F word, being fabulous, having freedom, and financial independence. My dear soul-rich woman, sending you my love, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.